The Mayans were amazing. The Mayans were incredible. The Mayans were centralized in the Yucatan Peninsula, which is right here in Mexico. You can actually see it now on the map that's being shown to you. And the Mayans were very advanced at mathematics. They had an incredible calendar, for example, that was so accurate that it was the most accurate calendar in all of the world until the year 1752, when we started using the Gregorian calendar instead of the old Roman Julian calendar. But kind of the funny thing about the Mayans, kind of like the Olmecs, was even though they had this incredible understanding of numbers and how numbers work, they didn't know what that actually meant. They didn't actually know how that actually reflected God's glory. So instead, they became very superstitious. They had certain ideas that some numbers were really good and some numbers were really bad. Like they were obsessed with the number 23, for example. They were also obsessed with the number 52 because they believed that the whole world operated on a 52-year cycle. And every 52 years, things kind of went back to the same way that they were. In fact, the Mayans are most famous because they also had a master calendar based upon this number of 52 that showed that the whole world would come to an end and then be reborn, and it would go through everything exactly the same as it had before. It's kind of like a video. You can take this video, you can stop it, you can put it back to the beginning and then play it again, and everything that I have said, all the little mistakes I've made, is going to happen exactly the same as before. The Mayans believed the same thing, only it wasn't with video, it was with real life. It was with your life. They actually believed that everything in this world would happen exactly the same again and again and again from here until, well, forever. As a result, the Mayans really didn't have much actual hope. What's interesting about the Mayans too, and take a look at this number 52 here. What's interesting about the Mayans is that they believe that we had a 52-year cycle. Well, that also happens to be the average lifespan of a nation in Mesoamerica. Or if you lived in Mesoamerica in the days of the Mayans, your average lifespan that you would live to would probably be about 52. So it's very interesting that they saw that number because it reflected their actual culture. In other words, their culture reflected what they actually believed. They lived about as long as they thought they would live.